Hey guys, Glimmer here today, and I got something very important I wanted to talk to you about on the My Hero Ultra Rumble side of things. So if you see here, the other day they tweeted out, notice, premium login bonus will leave the shop on 1/24/1929 Pacific Standard Time, 1/25/4/29 Central Eastern Time, I think. Premium bonuses purchased before this date will still receive all relevant daily rewards. Stay tuned for details via the official website in the future. And if you look in the comments here, past my little reply that I gotta amend, everyone's freaking out. Everyone is freaking out. They did this on Todoroki's birthday, so yeah, really ruined Todoroki's birthday, but not really. So everyone's freaking out, saying they're just gonna take it away from us. But that's not the case. I did do some digging and wanted to show you guys what I found and talk about it. So on their website, I pulled this up and posted it. It says, due to modification of specifications, the premium login bonus currently implemented will be suspended for a certain period of time starting from the following date and time. And then it has a start date, to be determined. Now, people were saying they're just getting greedy, they're making a terrible decision, this, that, and the other. However, this has to do with a much bigger issue than Ultra Rumble that I don't think a lot of the community is really paying attention to, and I wanted to bring it to everyone's attention. China just introduced some new laws that's going to heavily affect gacha games like My Hero Ultra Rumble, Honkai Star Rail, and the rest of the Hoyoverse. I imagine this will hit games like Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, just as another one I can think of. One Piece Treasure Cruise, any of those gacha draw-based games. So I wanted to talk about it. I got an article here from Sports Illustrated on their video game section. China proposes new video game restrictions that may change Genshin Impact and similar titles. The Chinese government had a nasty holiday surprise for the games industry in store. New rules that have been proposed may have a massive impact on the market, depending on how they are going to be implemented. Let me find it here. Sorry, guys. One proposed rule would force online games with loot box or gacha mechanics to provide players with an option to buy content directly at a comparable price. Now, this is not uncommon. I heard about this happening once before in not China, but a country with similar laws about gambling. The proposal also wants studios to adopt reasonable rates for loot box and gacha mechanics. Total daily spending per player would have to be limited as well. This, of course, would have the most impact on the massive mobile game market with the likes of Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Arc Knights, and so on. However, games like EA Sports titles, because you have to buy the teams. I remember hearing about that. I don't play sports games, but I do remember hearing about this, and it's the main reason why their sports games are kind of dying right now. Right after these proposals were posted, the shares of Chinese gaming giants Tencent and NetEase plunged in value. 16% for Tencent, 25% for NetEase. And the rest of this just kind of goes into, it's going to be difficult to estimate how these rules are going to impact us. But, so I wanted to Yes. Okay, so here we go, guys. I just wanted to pull this up as well. This is a better breakdown of everything they're talking about. So let's get into this. The proposed regulations are designed to curb in-game spending and safeguard minors from gaming addiction. Seeking public feedback, the National Press and Publication Administration's draft regulations outline specific restrictions on in-game practices that encourage excessive spending, particularly among minors. Key measures include 1. Prohibition of inducement rewards, daily login bonuses, first-time recharge rewards, and consecutive recharge rewards are forbidden. So what this means is, our daily login bonuses no longer allowed in China. So those premium bonuses they're taking away from us, it's because they're no longer going to be allowed to do this in China. Crackdown on, oh yeah, and the first time recharge rewards, that's like, your first purchase is cheaper. Consecutive recharge rewards, if you buy a certain amount of items, your fifth item is 50% off. Number 2, crackdown on high-price virtual item trading. Facilitating or allowing exuberant transactions involving virtual items through hype or auction is prohibited. This is them trying to limit how much they're charging for cosmetics and other things, transactions in these gacha games. Predatory pricing essentially. Mandatory user spending limits. Online games must implement user recharge limits and transparently disclose them in their service rules. So this is a big one. So this is going to keep people from, getting your game, spending $8,000 on it, being a whale, and then just doing whatever. This is kind of crazy. Like, yeah, you could still do it over time. User recharge limits. I wonder if it's going to be a daily. I want to see a better breakdown of all of this when it comes out. Stricter controls on minor access and playtime. Game publishers must enforce stricter controls on the time periods and durations for which minors can access online games. This is crazy that they're trying to limit how long people can spend on games, but I know China's very strict with their laws. Robust anti-addiction measures, because listen guys, end of the day, gacha games are gambling. It is what it is, but we are gambling in these games. And gambling can be an addiction, so I think this is very good. Game publishers are required to establish and maintain comprehensive anti-addiction measures to prevent excessive play among minors. This is all good stuff in my opinion. Gacha games are predatory by nature, and they take advantage of their communities, so I'm 100% okay with this. And here they get into the aims and benefits, things like curbing excessive spending, combating predatory practices, protecting minors, promote reasonable gaming. All things I talked about gacha games are terrible for, they're trying to address. And as a result, embrace a healthier landscape. No more freebies. Daily login bonuses, first-time purchase incentives, and continuous recharge rewards are eliminated, disrupting the addictive loop of one more login and impulse spending. Like, I know you guys are right with me on that boat. You log into Ultra Rumble every single day to get your dailies done so you can get every single ticket because you don't want to miss free pulls. So yeah, they're like, no more of that. Taming the gacha beast. Developers must ensure reasonable drop rates and provide direct purchase options, potentially ending the gamble for coveted in-game items. Who defines what a reasonable drop rate is? That's my only question for this. Like, what is a reasonable drop rate? Every 1 in 10? So every time you do a 10 drop, you're going to get a 3-star? You know what I'm saying? And provide direct purchase options, potentially ending the gamble for coveted in-game items. This would be great. If I could just like buy Aizawa for $10, I would. Open world peace treaty, forced PvP where players are attacked without consent is banned, creating a safer space for casual players. Wow. So you have to have, I'm assuming this means like, again, I haven't played Honkai or any of those, but I'm assuming you can just get forced into PvP in some game out there? Interesting. And then more parental control. A real-world ID verification puts parents in control, fostering responsible gaming habits. I like all of this. So this is all great stuff. But in short, China is cracking down on gacha games. And Ultra Rumble falls into that category, which is why they're taking away the premium login bonus. They're going to have to rework it. Either, I don't know if it's going to be for the game as a whole, for the player base as a whole, or if this is just going to be, they change it for, players located in China. I feel like it'd be a lot more difficult for them to have 2 copies of the same game running, so they're probably just removing it to rework the whole system. That would be ideal, but for season 3 and potentially All for One, Twice, I know are rumored to come out. Some Stain has been thrown out as a name rumored to get out, but All for One and Twice are more likely. So Yeah, I just wanted to cover this, guys, and give you the inside scoop of why this is happening. People think it's just for greed, them just being stupid. No, they have legitimate, real, legal reasons to do this, and I'm sure they're going to compensate us and make it up to us in some way in the future. This could lead to a better system for all of us players, easier ways to get our skins, easier ways to get our characters. All in all, I know you guys are freaking out. Some people are swearing to quit the game. Just stick around. Everything's going to be okay. This is a big issue, much bigger than Bandai Namco, much bigger than Ultra Rumble. China is changing their laws, and it affects Ultra Rumble, so they've got to address it. Anyways, guys, that was just another video from me explaining this whole situation to you. I'll see you again in the next one. Peace out.